Hey guys,
My name is Jessica.
my name is Cindy, and today we're gonna present you about Howard Gardner's 8 Multiple Intelligence. Enjoy!
Howard Gardner, a graduate of Harvard University and a developmental psychologist, developed the theory of multiple intelligence in 1986. Gardner believes that intelligence, the way it has traditionally been understood, logically, as with IQ tests, does not explain the wide variety of human abilities. The theory of multiple intelligence suggests that we excel with different types of intelligence. In addition to being logical and number smart, a person might also be word smart, people smart, or picture smart. Gardner has identified several intelligence: verbal or linguistic, logical or mathematical, visual or spatial, bodily or kinesthetic, musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, and naturalist. Howard Gardner is an American psychologist that created 8 multiple intelligence.
Logical mathematical intelligence is someone who good at problem solving, and they are usually good at mathematics. Musical intelligence is someone who listens to music while studying.
Naturalistic intelligence is an intelligence that loves nature so much.
Intrapersonal intelligence is someone who not easily influenced by other people.
You know, she's really rude and two-faced.
Really?
Yeah, I heard it. Duh.
She's not like that. Oh. Visual spatial intelligence is someone who learns using pictures.
Selenium, nickel,
Verbal linguistic intelligence is someone who good at using words, and usually they are good at crossword.
Oh, shy. Bodily kinesthetic people always do something with their hands. Interpersonal intelligence is an intelligence that we're good at communicating.
I'm really sorry. My name is Cindy.
This is Jessica Multiple Intelligence Test result. It shows that Jessica's most dominant intelligence is kinesthetic intelligence. People with kinesthetic intelligence learn through movement and experimentation. They enjoy sports and activities that require physical exertion and mastery. Some kinesthetic people enjoy the artistic side of movement such as dance or any kind of creative moment. People with kinesthetic intelligence enjoy building things and figuring out how things work. They like to use their hands and are very active. They have excellent motor skills and coordination. The reason why it was true is Jessica can stay still and she always wants to move her body. She likes to play and make some sound with her pen when she is studying. She is really active too and she can coordinate easily. And Jessica's least dominant intelligence is naturalist intelligence. People with naturalist intelligence have a sensitivity and appreciation for nature. Naturalists have a special ability to grow plants, vegetables, and fruit. They have an affinity for animals and are good at training and understanding them. Naturalists can easily distinguish patterns in nature. They are aware of and intrigued by weather phenomena. They are good at discovering and wonders of nature. Naturalists love to walk, climb, camp, and hike. They enjoy the outdoors. And the reason why it was true is Jessica doesn't really like being in the nature because there will be a lot of mosquitoes. She doesn't interested in something that related to plants and she doesn't really like biology. This is in the Multiple Intelligence Test result. From this result, the most dominant multiple intelligence is musical intelligence. People with musical intelligence recognize sounds and tones with ease. They appreciate music and rhythms. They have a good ear for music and can easily learn songs and melodies. This when someone is singing off key. People with musical intelligence are good at imitating sounds of other people's voice or intonation. Some people with musical intelligence are especially gifted at composing, singing, or playing an instrument. They often have a song running through their head. And the reason why it was true is she often have song running through their mind and she can easily remember the lyric of a song even she only heard it few times. She can easily notice when someone is singing off key too. And Cindy Lee's dominant intelligence is visual intelligence. People with visual spatial intelligence are very aware of their surroundings.
My action when there are some exams that coming, I will study in the night before the exam day. I usually study at my home because I can be more focused at my home. I usually study 2 days before the exams because I can be more prepared for the exam. I prefer studying indoors because it makes me more focused for studying. When I'm studying, I prefer to be in silent because I can more concentrate when I'm studying. I prefer studying in a group because I can ask people so they can help me with my studying. When I'm studying, I prefer need some help with my private teacher so she can help me when I'm confused. I prefer memory-based school because I can memorize more than calculating something. I prefer studying from a long time before the exam come because I can be more prepare myself. I think studying is so important because people can be success and they can be smart people.
I'm memorizing the subject and do some question. At home because I feel comfortable. Evening because my private teacher come at evening. Indoors because it's comfortable and not noisy. I prefer in a silent environment because I can concentrate it well. I prefer study alone because I can memorize well. I prefer with the help of private teacher because I can finish all subject alone. This year for me is memorized based school project because I good at memorizing. I prefer study long before the exam because I can prepare it. Yes, because it's for our future.
I study at home. I study at my room because it feels cold there. I study at Friday, Saturday and Sunday because it's my great day for study. I prefer being indoor because it feels more quiet there. I prefer in silent because it feels more quiet. I prefer studying alone because it feels more noisy in a group. I prefer studying with teacher because teacher can teach me anything. I prefer studying memory-based school because I don't like calculate-based school. I prefer studying the night before the exam because long before the exam I play games. I think studying is important because studying is very important for you for your future.
Before the national exam, I prepare and study hard so I will do well. I study at home, most of the time in my bedroom because I don't want anyone to interrupt. I like to study in the afternoon because it was more peaceful during those times. Indoors because it was more peaceful than outdoors. I prefer studying in a silent place environment because it is more easier to concentrate. Alone because when there are a lot of people, it is harder for me to concentrate. With the help of private teacher because they could help us solve questions we could not solve. I prefer memory-based exam because I like memorizing more than calculating. I prefer studying long before the national exam so that I will have enough time to study everything. Because without studying, we cannot do well on exams.
Well, maybe the action that I will take is prepare everything that I need for the national examination. For example, the all the formula that I need to memorize and study everything. Um, I studied in my room because it's cozy and there's not too many distraction. I usually study at the evening because I think that after I study and I sleep afterwards, my memory will just stay there. I don't know if that's true or not. I prefer to be studying indoors because it's just cooler and there's not too many mosquitoes. I prefer being in a silent environment because I can simply focus on what I'm studying. For the subject that I have understand before, I prefer studying it alone. But if the subject is like math or physics, I think being in a group, studying together is better. When I was studying for national examination, I prefer to study alone instead of studying with private teachers or parents because I think that it's simpler and uh, there's a lot of space for me to just focus on what I'm doing. The memory-based national exams is easier than the calculation-based national exams because I I'm that kind of person that could easily memorize things instead of calculating things. So yeah. Um, well, I prefer studying long before the national exam, maybe about a week or so, a week before, so that I can just prepare everything, and then on the day, on the national examination day, I can just read it again and again. So there's no waste of time. Yes, absolutely. I think studying is important. The first reason is that I want to get a good score, and then the second reason is I think studying could open your eyes to see the outside world and discover things that you have never discovered before.
I study a lot so that my national exam point is good. I study in my room because I don't want anybody to disturb me. I study last minute because I was too lazy because of there's too much tryouts. I prefer indoors because I will be more focused if I'm in my room. I prefer to be silent because I can be more focused. I prefer study alone, but sometimes I can go with groups because groups can help me to find the answers. I prefer to study with private teacher because I can know a lot of things. I prefer calculation based national exam because I'm not good at remembering something. I prefer the night before the national exam day because I cannot remember something that I learned from long before. Studying is important because um, you can be smart.
The history of national examination. 1965 until 1971. It was the first national exam. The answers were corrected by the teachers from each school. 1972 until 1979. The national exam was erased. The school held their own exam. 1980 until 2000. There is EBTANAS, Evaluasi Belajar Tahap Akhir Nasional. It was the last stage of learning outcomes. At this time, two scores will be combined and delivered the graduation score. 2001 until 2004. EBTANAS changed into UAN, or the National Final Exam. It used the score of individual subjects. 2005. The government held the national exam, UN, for junior high and senior high. 2008. The government held the national standard final test for elementary. 2012. There is the makeup exam for students who failed on the first stage of the national exam. 2015. The introduction of national exam computer-based tests. National exam does not determine graduation. The students who fail can retake the national exam. 5 study tips for the national examination. First, plan a study timetable. Second, prepare your study area. Third, keep healthy. Eat something healthy like fruits or vegetables. Fourth, minimize distractions and overcome procrastination. I think I should study. Wait, first let me stimulate and then let's study. Fifth, take breaks for your well-being. I should take a break. Let's eat this thing.
Thank you for watching our video. God bless you all.